right back to you when it's over. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What is up, my friends? I hope everyone is doing good. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Everything should be going good, my friends. How long till President frees the slaves? I think we're right around the corner, my friends. Right around the corner. Truth about 9/11, I would say so. Thank you, Shane Anon. I appreciate that. That is what I do when I get a producer. I told you, all the money, all the donations goes back into this channel to make it better for you guys. It's here to make it better for you all. Yeah, definitely. No, you didn't miss it. Great new intro, buddy. Thank you, Floor. I appreciate it. 5-5. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for the mods for coming in. Maddie Ice, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, my goodness gracious. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. This is the True Reporting live call-in show. I'm Thomas, and it's good to see some familiar faces, some familiar names rather, and definitely some new names in here. So hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, we'll call in just in a minute. Let's give it a couple more minutes just to catch up. Definitely just put out a podcast. Lot of good information within it. I love the what the Anons posted about how we are now the news. That is huge, guys. Big stuff taking place. Okay, really big stuff. And Q's right. You know, you're gonna have these Anons, these autists. They're going to be the ones taking over the 3-letter agencies. They're going to be the ones getting paid because they are patriots and they abide by our Constitution. And, you know, we should too, right? These YouTubers, you know, Red Pill 78, True Reporting, Sather, Praying Medic, Tracy Beans, Corticon, so on and so forth. We will be the ones to take over the news. We are the ones who put in the effort and put our lives out there, right, guys? And, you know, I'm grateful for all the love and all the support. You have no idea how hard of a job this really is. If you follow me on Twitter, if you don't, I suggest follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. And, you know, definitely, if you didn't know, I definitely put in my week's notice for my actual full-time job to do this now fully for the rest of as long as I can do it. So I took the plunge. And it's time to go full time with True Reporting. It's only going to get better. Expect us going to conventions, conferences, to DC, wherever. This is you know, basically funded by you guys, you know, and Google when they don't demonetize me. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're financially able to, you can donate to me by going into the links up and down the chat. PayPal, Patreon. There's also descriptions of those in every video I put out there, or you can go down to the super chat below and click the $sign. That's a great way to help support True Reporting and keep us afloat. It's literally just me and another person, and he's the one who put together that intro, the new intro and outro of all the podcasts, the regular podcast, and he put together that intro for the live stream, which I thought was awesome. So, you know, we're pushing along, guys. We're pushing along. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. It is open forum. If you want to talk, you can definitely do that, guys. And, you know, the number is 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. And let's pray to God that this works.
Call from
Linda.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, Linda.
Yes. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, how are you? Your volume's really low. Do you think you could turn up a little bit on your end?
The reason why I'm not putting it in a speaker because I live in a bad neighborhood, nosy.
Hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I will just make my voice louder.
Hmm.
Um,
Go for it.
is
What's
this
on your mind?
about? I was not able to read yet because I was excited when I saw President Trump's photo in your talk show. Is it about him?
It's about whatever you want to talk about. I usually give everyone about
Well,
3 minutes on the air, so you're live.
okay.
Hmm.
Yes. When it comes to border, um, my concern is, it seems that the president is not aware. It will be a waste of money and useless because we have massive of our enemies are inside America. They're wearing honorable badges and uniforms. Not
Hmm.
all, but vast majority of them. And to put borders, then we are now. It's like we are in prison because we are with them. I know we also have enemies far afar, but don't you think that our enemies living with us, causing all these red flags, all these orchestrated things, and frame other people? Uh, don't you think we are more in danger with them because they are with us, they live with us, they spy on us, and they know exactly where we are and knows exactly, you know, they are spying on us. And compared to those enemies far afar, and it's just my humble opinion that I want to share that I wish that he would take care. He said he would take care of America first. So I thought that I thought I was hoping that he would by getting by raiding, because if you would allow criminals to know you are going to investigate them, what you got is cover up. They are prepared. They deserve to be raided because believe it or not, I'm a victim. I'm one of the targeted individuals. That's why I know who they are. I also know police where I am at are in it. I was victimized by an insider's person, and when I filed charges, I'm the one who is blacklisted and in trouble, and I'm not the only one. There are lots of targeted individuals in Facebook, and we are being censored, and that's why I took advantage of this one.
Hmm.
Uh, Thomas, we are victimized. They are spying on us inside out. They have a remote control key, and they got so many minions living and are looking like American citizens, and they are infiltrating a lot of supposed to be reputable organizations, and they exploit people. And there are even social workers who are stealing children, lie about parents, and they always got away from it. There are so many victims that look
Sure.
like they are supposed to be criminals, and they are not criminals. And so, what I'm trying to say, to make the story short, because I know you got other people,
Hmm.
is I wish that Mr. Trump, I'm sure we have the right to raid. Yes, we could not keep saying that it's supposed to be secretive. Yes, I agree we have to be secretive if their intention is noble.
Hmm.
But like Snowden said, well, I agree with Snowden. What Snowden did was he was not a traitor. He exposed something because it's evil. It's against
Sure.
us.
Hmm.
If it was not against us, he would not expose it because he was protecting us. He was protective. But because it was evil, we were their enemies. Who were supposed to trust them? They were supposed to be our protectors. But
Hmm.
then they pretended. Some of them are. There are just very few of them. Like John Kiriakou is a good guy. Who are in prison? These
Sure.
whistleblowers.
Yes.
This
Yes,
has to
ma'am.
be stopped.
Yes, ma'am. I
And so
understand. I
I wish
understand.
that they would raid them. So that's the only way we can catch them red-handed if they are being raided.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then
Yes,
after that,
ma'am.
he
I
can
can. I
take care of the
understand.
border.
I understand. I
Thank
understand.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for
Yes, ma'am.
understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, thank you so much for this talk show and have a wonderful day.
You too. So I think what I gathered from that is that she needs to focus more. She was saying that Snowden isn't a traitor that he was exposing. Well, no, from QAnon, is telling us that Snowden is a traitor. So I'm going by what he says. Obviously, the mainstream media is trying to make him out to be is he or isn't he, a gray hat? And we all know that it definitely is. Actually, he is a traitor. And guys, if you're complaining about how long that lasted, that call, I looked at it, it was 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So,
Call from
Cheryl. Cheryl from.
hi, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Excellent. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, it's the first time calling into your show. I have called into other people's shows, including other Patriot shows, but I really need to send out the word in your direction on the East Coast because I've covered the North, I've covered the West, and I've already dealing with the South, so I figure I reach out to the East Coast to let people know really what's been going on with the migrant caravan. I'm a researcher, reporter. I have reported on the Pete Santilli show and some other shows about what's going on with the caravan. And we really need to worry about what's really happening down there because of the new problems that is starting to rise with the mixture of not only the caravan, but all of South America stirring in the pot. Coming up into Mexico, including all of the South America countries in the caravans now, where they're predicting over 1 million people coming up. And at the same time, with Venezuela, Brazil, and a few other countries stirring in military power with that to really stir the pot. So I'm letting everybody know I'm from the Bohemian Bulletin. I'm on YouTube. I have a full research in my library of the whole migrant caravan since the beginning of day one through now. Mm-hmm. And sharing my information with you and all your listeners out there. They can go into my page and look under my playlist under Migrant Caravan, and I have the whole complete research of everything that's been happening from all over the nation to international news to everything that's been going on, as well as I'm in contact with conservative groups that are currently over the south border right now, actually reporting both on the Mexican and American side.
Well, I appreciate your contribution to keeping us informed here on the East Coast. And just continue to keep us informed. You heard her plugs, I appreciate everything you do. Thank you for the call. So we got I understand you're coming on the show to talk about the border, but it's better there's etiquette when you ask to plug your channel on this channel, right?
Call from
Della.
Hey, Della, where are you calling from?
Utah.
Oh, okay, beautiful state. What's going on?
Well, I was born and I was raised here in Utah. I live close to the NSA building. Mm-hmm. But I was groomed as a child at the age of 4.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
By a brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And I was raped until I was 16 and got pregnant with my daughter.
I'm terribly sorry. That sounds like a nightmare.
So I know what the grooming gangs do. I know how they do it. And I know how they get the children's minds to not say anything even to parents when it is happening to themselves.
How are they doing it? What are they're fracturing them?
Well, with me, it started when, like I said, when I was 4, he would take me and get me an ice cream cone.
Yes.
It was my oldest sister's husband. Even going to her, she said that's how he shows love.
Mm-hmm.
I never told my mother and father because he told me, and this is how they groom you, I will kill your mother in front of you after I rape her. Then I will kill your father in front of you, and I will kill your sisters and your brothers, and I will make you watch.
And who are these people? They were just procurers?
This was my oldest sister's husband.
Mm-hmm. How old are you now? How long has it been, rather?
I'm 54 now.
Oh, gracious. Does this put you into therapy?
I went through 4 years. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's.
And I went through when my children were older, mm-hmm. because they had a situation that made them feel uncomfortable. I've always been open about talk to Mama about anything, so they did.
And I took them into a therapy session one day, and as I was sitting in the waiting area for parents,
Yes.
I thought, I think I better get into what I had to deal with too. And then I started my journey of the 4 years. And
My
it was
gracious.
3 times a week for 4 years.
Well, I mean, how do you come back from this? How do you are you willing to expose these people? Are you willing to just keep fighting? I mean, there's a reason you came on this channel. Do you focus on Q? Do you focus on, Pizzagate, or, all the stuff that takes place?
I am an anon that has bundles of information that I cannot drop at this time.
Mm-hmm. Is it big names or people? I mean, it doesn't have to be like celebrities or anything, but I mean, maybe.
Oh, it's big names.
Oh, wow. So you frequent the Chans?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I follow the boards. I frequent the Chan. I make memes.
Is your brother-in-law still alive?
He is. The morning of my father's death in 1991, he never was told. I told both my brothers and my oldest sister, her husband was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They all said the same thing. He wouldn't be doing that to me. She told me it was how he showed love.
Oh,
so I
jeez.
accepted it as a child, and I never told my father.
Right.
I went to my therapist the first morning I went to the therapy, September of 91. That afternoon, I got a phone call. The therapist told me to pick up a couple of books, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a call that said, can you pick up Dad from the doctor's office? He's had an asthmatic attack.
Mm-hmm.
I went in. My dad is 6'7".
Yes.
I was in the room with them. They gave him an overdose of epinephrine,
Mm-hmm.
and he died in my arms. But before he died, he read the back of the books that were sitting on the counter that I had brought in, and he bowed twice, and then if you ever hear the last breath someone breathes out,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never forget it in your life. And he talked to me and told me he loved me. Long story short, told me to never forget what he said, and he passed away in my arms.
My God, I mean, I my heart goes out to you. That is, I think everyone here on the chat is just, it's, we understand. We can't really, feel what you feel, but, we feel for you as, patriots ourselves. And I think you should dox your brother-in-law. I think you should dox these people as soon as you get the opportunity to, when you feel comfortable. And please call back anytime. That's an incredible, horrible story, but I think that you have, I think you have revenged. I think you should revenge what has happened to you, and I think you should dox these people for the torment that they've put onto you.
Actually, God took care of that. My sister passed away a few years ago. I didn't go to the funeral. I got on my knees, asked him to forgive her because I did, even though I had no contact with her. Once I got pregnant with my daughter, had no contact with her. Her ex-husband, because she became a lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
her ex-husband came to my father's funeral
Mm-hmm.
and asked me if there was anything he could do because he was seeing a psychologist at the time because he couldn't handle how many children he had raped and groomed. So his therapist told him to go to the first one that affected him the deepest, which was me. And he met me at my father's funeral and asked me if we could talk. Long story short, he apologized. He asked if there was anything he could do. I said, yes, come to the wake that night. And at the wake, in front of everyone, he stood there and told everyone what he had done to me, when he
Jeez.
started it. And everybody learned that night.
Well, I mean, God bless you, and I really don't want to bring too much out of you. I'm trying to kind of keep that at bay. But my suggestion to you is to definitely drop the names that you want to drop when you feel like you should drop them. And please, keep in touch with us. There's a lot of people listening, and like I said before, we're with you, and my heart goes out to you. I think everyone here feels the same way, and I really greatly appreciate you, divulging this to us. You don't have
but
to.
God's grace is amazing, and He will pull you out of it. And I have 4 beautiful granddaughters. I have a son. I have a husband who I've been married to 35 years this November now. My life has totally turned around from what I was as a child to a beautiful God's child.
Sure.
Once I turned my life over to Him.
Yes.
And if I had a way to send you some information, I would send it. A few things that I could send to you right now.
Yeah, you could send it to my.
Been released.
You can send it to
but
my.
I cannot send you the full bundles.
You're fine. You can send it to my email at truereporting1985@gmail. And I don't mean to cut you short, but I definitely need to move on to other callers, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. I thank you, and take care of yourself and those around you. Thank you for calling.
Okay, that's truereporting1985
at Gmail. Yes, ma'am. So, this is a lot taking place. I need to charge my phone a little bit, so just be patient with me. I can't charge at the same time, and that's on me. That is on me. Let me charge my phone. I will read the chat here for a little bit because I do not want my phone to die. That's a fact. So, let's check out this. God loves and listens. Absolutely. One person doesn't like true reporting. Oh, they gave me a downvote or a thumbs down. Oh, it's okay. And guys, a lot of these, there are a lot of victims out there. There are a lot of people who, have been through the wickedness and the nightmarish lifestyle of being, assaulted, for lack of a better term, to not get too dark. But, there's a lot of bad things going on out there. It really is a black pill. When you look into Podestar and you look into the Biltmore and you look into spirit cooking, these things can bring you down. And, it put me into a pretty good depression. It definitely raised my anxiety for a little over a week, and then I came to terms with it. And then, I pushed through that. But it definitely is, it is tough, and you begin to realize, you begin to realize what evil was placed on this earth. And, we're eradicating it, to be honest, through channels like this, through anons, through Facebook and Twitter, just exposing people. That's what we're here to do. So, Thomas, congratulations. I'm happy that you got your dream job. Thank you, Debbie. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Michael Meyer from Haddonfield says, get a Wi-Fi charger. Well, I will, this stuff, this costs money, so, definitely. Anyone else having anxiety? Joanne Dillon, I feel sorry. No, we just went through a full moon phase. Definitely energy is changing. So, a really good thing that I talked about today in the podcast earlier that I released, please definitely check that out. It's this whole pushing of Joe Biden, a former vice president. This isn't a celebrity or a mayor or a governor. This was the guy to back up President Obama if things went sour. And this guy is on every social media forum, on the front, smelling women's hair, groping children. Right now we're just seeing him smelling hair and grabbing on adult women. But wait till the normies see the other photos and the videos. There's a great video out there that I posted in the description box of Paul Joseph Watson. Put together a great piece that has over 1 million views of creepy old Joe. So I suggest checking that out. Just go onto YouTube and type in creepy old Joe, Paul Joseph Watson, and check it out. Because this is coming out, guys. This is going to be coming out faster and faster, and people are going to start spreading. Remember, it all started with Weinstein. Remember? That all started to happen, and then everyone started to go into the NXIVM. We're getting into NXIVM. These people are in the cults. Who else is in a trial right now? Jeffrey Epstein, right? Then we have Joe Biden, who's on the front page of everything. Don't you see that it's starting to open? That we're starting to see proof? The normies are starting to see proof, like I said in the podcast, that people are definitely, they're definitely being exposed to this. People at work came up to me. My relatives came up to me. It's going mainstream, and there's nothing that's going to be able to stop it. Shan Anon, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, so happy to see you keep growing. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me and definitely helps out the channel. Thank you so much. Like I said, you can help out the channel by going to my PayPal or Patreon. There's links all throughout the chat. The best way to donate is through PayPal. Very good stuff. Yeah, no. Let's see. Oh, Delicate Bear says it was good to tell your viewers about my childhood. Okay, there was a little backlash right there for a minute. People saying I'm trying to be a therapist when I'm not. This is open forum. You can come in here and talk about. The Atlanta Braves, whatever you want to talk about. I'd like to keep it on a political conspiratorial level, but it is open forum. Donations, Seth the Reeve says donations aren't enabled for the Streamlabs link. They should be. People have been donating through Streamlabs. It's okay. It's okay tonight. Michelle Obama, a.k.a. Michael Robinson, I saw a high school football picture. You saw his high school football picture. That's crazy. Amanda Warmel says, I wish I had a superpower and I could just make everything better. Makes me so sad sometimes. Well, you're an empath. I'm an empath. There's a lot of empaths on here, and, we all have to, you have to push out positive energy into the collective consciousness, right? That's what we're here for. Yeah, I'm charging my phone real quick. We'll get right back into it. Gerald B, yes. Kill brackets mean on QAnon, it means that there are... that's what they're focusing on. That's the next thing they're focusing on, they're working on, in my opinion. Ryan McAdams saying, go watch earlier podcast. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan McAdams. Very kind of you. Thank you for the super chat. Very kind. So we'll go until the phone, drops out. If you want to call in, 399-0044. 5280 hi says, oy vey. Starshine, thank you, she says, or he says, TRU is one of the best channels on YouTube. Thank you so much. POTUS is coming on at 9. If you want to call 399-0044, 803-399-0044. Yeah, everything. There's so many things that are pointing to what Q has been alluding to this entire time.
Call from.
Quinte?
To accept, press.
Hello, Quinte. How are you, my dear?
Hello, good evening, and congratulations on your big step in the right direction.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely it's terrifying, but I think I will be okay as of right now.
Yeah,
So-
we're missing your shows in the day. You're not doing as many as you were doing in the Christmas time, and it was really nice to have that. There's a couple things I want to mention. I think the Joe Biden thing is just the appetizer for what's coming up. I've known a long time that his son and him and Chris Hines, John Kerry's son,
Yes.
they're involved in an energy deal in the Ukraine, which is under investigation right now, and involves Joe Biden threatening the president with money and of the Ukraine. So that's going on. And after that, they flew over to China as soon as Obama won his second election. I mean, like they flew over in January after he won the second election and made a similar Ponzi scheme type deal in China. So they have the Ukraine and China. This is huge, and Joe Biden would rather have himself out there on a skewer than his son. I mean, it's pretty sad to see that, their children go down for their corruption.
You think that's what happened?
I know it's a Zero Hedge article. I'll forward it to you.
Oh wow!
It just
Okay.
came out a couple of hours ago. Just says Creepy Joe has bigger problems than being Creepy Joe or something like that.
Wow.
Another big thing that happened that's getting absolutely no traction is something called Dirty Money in Museums.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an article on Salon.
Mm-hmm.
It was from March 26th, and it talks about that how all of these big museums, including the Guggenheim Museum, are refusing donations and art from certain families. The family that they mention in the article is the Sackler family. I have not heard of them, but they own a huge pharmaceutical company, and they were the distributors since 1996 of OxyContin.
Oh, geez.
So the article goes into something we all know about, and there's faith of works, and then there's true faith in God, and so these people operate from a system of faith of works. So basically, there's been no questions asked about where this money has come from, whose money it is, and all of these big major institutions, and I will include, without naming any, the Ivy League schools who have huge endowments, have been laundering this money and cleaning it for these families. So a lot of people don't realize that story. No press. It's in Salon. Nobody's talking about it. But it's absolutely huge when you think that it's a pharma family. They're in the UK, and they're under, I think 14 people are under investigation in the US. So some of these people from the UK are getting away with diplomatic immunity, but not all of them will.
Yeah, I mean, these, not all of them will. That's great, because I totally agree with you. They need to be exposed. They need to be taken down. I think that's what they're doing. I think a lot of people,
right,
it's definitely going down. I don't think that we're told, and I know we're definitely not told what's going on, but I definitely think that we will be shown what has gone on, after it's already occurred.
Right. And it's sad, though, because, if you think back to the company Apotex, we heard about them in Canada. Well, gosh, that was a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they advertised it, or the media put it out there like they accidentally killed each other or murdered suicide. But in the end, 6 months to a year later, no, they were hung over their pool. Well, they're the distributors for ketamine and
fentanyl.
Another drug.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, no, EpiPen. something with to do with EpiPen.
Mhm.
I don't really know all the connections. I don't want to, but now we've got another pharmaceutical company in court that nobody even knows this is going on, and they're fighting for the rights to control these drugs. So there's a war on, especially in big pharma. I think
Yes.
everybody's hearing about it through the measles and all these vaccine issues, because that's what's going to get people emotionally charged.
Correct.
But the truth is, the war is on the families that own these pharma companies and their endowments, their donations, the money. Follow the money. So that's all I wanted to say is I think there's a lot of things that are going down that are going to help our nation. I mean, OxyContin took over 50% of the painkiller market in 2001.
Yes.
So it's been leading, and I know people who have died from that drug.
I do too.
It's a very sad thing.
It's very sad. You know, and Quinte, I appreciate you calling. I had to keep unplugging and plugging in my phone because I
No
forgot to
problem.
charge it. But you know,
and I'll send you these articles.
please
You're
do,
ahead than the other one.
and definitely, we're going to be doing. There's going to be so much content coming from here on out. Like I said, I have 1 week left of work, and then it's we're going 60 miles an hour straight ahead.
Well, I will line up I'm starting to do some pretty big threads.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll.
I follow you.
definitely
I
go
told
through
you that
them.
before, that I watch your stuff.
Right. Some of my threads are a little bit, hipsterish, and they go off into
It's okay.
kind of
I understand.
yeah, but a lot of them are about the medical system. So good night. I want to let somebody else get on because I love listening, and I want to say God bless to everybody that was on before me, especially the lady that, said everything she said about her situation. And God bless her for making that man come out and out himself in front of her whole family.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of courage.
Absolutely. That's huge. Quinte, always a pleasure, and call
Have
back.
a good night.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Thank
All right,
you.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Yeah, so I think you get it, She gets it. She says there's a lot of stuff happening in the pharmaceutical realm. I believe so. One of my best friends is a pharmacist. On another note, this is pretty crazy. My mom, God bless her, she just had neck surgery. She had, I believe, somewhere in her neck they had to put in something in there to alleviate the pressure on her spine. She said, what are you giving me? I'm in a little bit of pain. This is after she got through with her surgery. Everything went well. And the doctor said, we're going to give you a mild dose of, you guessed it, fentanyl. And it was not a mild dose. It made my mom very sick. And, that's what they give you. And she said, I don't want to get addicted to this. I see it in the news that people get addicted to fentanyl. And, they said, well, no, we're going to give you one pill now, one pill later. So, scary stuff, guys. Scary stuff. Delicate Bear coming at us with a $50 super chat just to help. I am fighting for the kids and adults being taken by the cabal. Thank you, Delicate Bear. Very thoughtful, very generous. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. C2D2 Queen Bee says retired nurse for 30 plus years. Well, you are a very sweet person to take care of people for 30 years. Great stuff. Yeah, maybe it was a neck fusion. Oh, yeah. Hail Odini 66. Definitely going to give her a vape because it does help with pain.
Call from
Martin Feliciano, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, Tom. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. You're going to be the last caller of the night. What's going on, my man?
Well, I just wanted to remind some of the people who listen, even the anons, what the delay is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people forgot that Obama pardoned himself and his entire cabinet.
Correct.
So that's the delay. I mean, he has to wait for everything that's happened after January 20th, 2017. And don't forget, he has to get them for high crimes, treason, sedition. Otherwise, I mean, I see that. I've seen the pictures of the ankle bracelets on Hillary and even Adam Schiff a couple of months back. I mean, they're going to prison. They're
Absolutely.
fighting for their freedom. They're fighting for their life, Tom.
I 100%. I got a question for you, Martin. I know that you're our UFO analyst, which I'll call you, the contactee. What did you see the footage of what took place? Here's a better question. If you don't know, is something taking place in Florida, particularly St. Augustine, with extraterrestrial type, situation? Have you heard of anything about this?
I look at all the pictures just about every day.
Sure.
I miss some from here and there, but I do know that Florida goes down. Okay, the whole east coast of the United States tips. Like Maine actually gains elevation, but Florida ends up under the water. It stays underneath the water permanently. The next breed that comes in is so intelligent that they figure out how to stop these pole shifts from happening.
Right.
But Florida will never come back up. I mean, however everything ends, in this last pole shift is how everything will stay.
Mm-hmm.
So Florida's pretty much done. I mean, I would get out of there. If I was you guys, anybody down there, you're going to be heading for the hills. I mean, even, Georgia, South Carolina, you guys will be inundated with water. I mean, the water will come all the way up to the Rockies. So you better get up and.
Did you see the meteor that was coming down? Did you see that footage? The blue meteor coming down, or whatever the hell it was? Did you see that?
I've seen
it was like yesterday or day before.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. I do look at them every day. It's basically a warning to the people. I mean, I've known that for at least 20-something years now that, anything, they can easily block anything from hitting the earth. It's very simple for them to do that. The fact that they are letting them go and they're coming so frequently. I mean, if you only knew, it's every single day.
Right.
They're coming. It's a warning to the people.
Yeah, I agree. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And but sadly, Martin, I have got to go. The phone is low, and I promise next time I will be more prepared. And I appreciate your call. You got a lot of people on here that say I love this guy, so you can definitely go back and check out the chat once this uploads. And a lot of people like you. I love it when you call, man. I love this kind of talk. I'm very interested in it. I think we're going to look up some stuff tonight. You know what? One of my favorite movies is 2001: A Space Odyssey. I love that movie. I think I'm going to watch that tonight. I'll watch it for you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
You too, my friend. Thank you, Martin. Have a wonderful night. Martin Feliciano. I love that last name. Good dude. Very knowledgeable about extraterrestrials. Very knowledgeable about pretty much space and, that sort of thing. I love that type of stuff. And it's definitely... I don't know. It's just something I've always really been into since I was a little kid. And, I don't know what that means, but it may mean something. But my friends, this is it for us for tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed the live call-in show. It means a lot to me. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you to everyone who donated. This is full time, my friends. One more week of regular work. And it's it's full-time true reporting, my friends. I want to thank everyone who helped out with supporting this. Follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. Definitely go to my PayPal or Patreon if you want to donate. The descriptions are within the chat box. I want everyone to have a wonderful evening. God bless you all, and expect many more podcasts to come throughout the week. Have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.